This is week 2 of Empire Building, and we're starting off the week amazingly. I am at Teams. It's one of my gyms, and I love them. And you can see it if it's not blurry. So we're here, and we are going to coach a group of foster girls, and we're going to give them tools for self-defense, and we're going to give them a cool, fun workout and teach them about boundary setting and all that cool stuff. So I'm super excited because that's part of what I want to do. You know, for my life, I envision in a couple years from now, maybe less, being able to do retreats where a bunch of girls and women, we get together and we learn about toxic dynamics and how to set boundaries, what's good for you, what's not good for you, how to start taking action into inviting the right relationships into your life. And not just the relationships, but relationship dynamics. So you can maybe keep one relationship, but just some dynamics aren't good for you, you keep them out and the good stays in. And not only boundary setting, but some people do not want to honor your boundaries. So they just either don't care and they will intentionally or unintentionally cross your boundaries. Sometimes people think, that you're joking, and that has happened to me. I've been in plenty of situations that guys think either I'm joking or they don't take me seriously, or they're just very, very pushy, or they're very entitled. They think that because they're super handsome, it's okay to do certain things, and I'm like, no, it's not. And they're like, come on, you love this, and then I'm like, no, I'm serious. And I've had to really use force to keep my body safe. So that's important to know, and that's important to practice it. And as I was talking to one of the moms, it's important also to mentally rehearse it, because sometimes it's from strangers, but sometimes it's also from people that and they just think it's okay, right? And it's not. So sometimes using assertive communication is enough, and sometimes it isn't. So what to do when it isn't, and sometimes you will freeze, right? You will freeze in those situations because you never expected that person to do that. And the brain, when we don't expect something and we haven't trained our brain to be in that situation, and when your brain doesn't believe that, I can run away or I can't fight, and you're in this state, that's when bad things happen, because your brain shuts you down, and it's not even you allowing, or why didn't you, that's what happens. It's normal, it's human, and that's why it's important to train it, to train yourself to be in that situation, to train yourself to expect it and know what to do. I expect this from everybody, but if it ever happens, just make that decision before it happens, and be open, right? And that's kind of how we learn how to be a little bit more relaxed in this life and feel safer, because now you know that you will keep yourself safe, you will honor your boundaries, and that's how we do it. So that's the idea, that's the goal, and this is the beginning of that big goal. So I'm excited, let's go do it.
So this, and then she just walks me over that. No matter how strong you are, you can't stop that.
Do that to me. Okay. Want me to? Yeah. Curl it and press the elbows. Because if I just do it like this, that's just my arm straight. And that's hard. But if I just have if I just do it like this, I don't have as much power as if I do this. And I press with my head. Yeah.
So when she's her hips in, she can lift me up, right? This is how she would tackle me, right? She could lift me up, and she could put me over my back. Her hips away and get my booty away. And that's why this works. So then I can go ahead and get underneath right here. I can go ahead, pull that hand up. It's so much more difficult.
And you use pressure right here on my head too. It's hard for me to see up here and also be in a fight if you have this pressure on you.
Yes.
I'm gonna tackle her back.
Am I gonna tackle her back? No.
Tackle each other. work on grappling, right? That's the tackling, that's the grabbing, that's the choking and all of that. But the most important part that we can work on is on keeping our cool. And that's how we overcome fear, little by little too. By breathing, by reminding ourselves that we're safe and that we know how to handle everything that comes at us.
Thank you, Mimi. So the experience was amazing, just teaching these little kids, girls. They weren't so little, like around 11, around that age, average. How to set boundaries, how to say like no. We taught them about fear. We taught them some techniques, punching, kicking, and playing some games, the zombie game, and like all that was so much fun. While my amazing husband was taking care of our little girls. What did you guys do?
We survived after forgetting diapers. We went.
I think I left 2 diapers, and I'm gonna maybe go
Go
to the
check.
car
I don't
and
think
check.
there's diapers
Just to
in the car.
have some in the car for sure.
Because
Like,
we
should
used
have
some diapers in the car a week ago, so there was wipes but not diapers.
We'll see.
Anyways, went to La Jolla and walked around and had some food
With
with my cousin Stephanie.
yeah, because we have family over. Yay! This is how we eat. Everything really eat. This is how a mother eats. Sharing absolutely everything. You just have to like account that your kids. Oh! She wants a tomato. And then she spits it out, even though I want the tomato. That's the life, everybody. Put it back.
Cómetelo, tomato, cómetelo. Oh, are they here?
Oh!
Look who's here! Look who's here!
Stephanie!
She put the tomato back.
Stephanie!
Bye.
Boy, the monster looks hungry. He looks like he wants some little kids.
He's so strong!
All right, let's get to sleep. Come on.
Yeah, that was the last one.
We got help today. Feels nice. Yeah. Mine. Okay. They left the park, so the house is quiet, and they get to work a little bit. Enjoy. No way! No way! What was that? That was pretty cool. You'll see it. That was pretty So our family, they were like, just go out. Oh, just go out and have fun. Cute place. This looks good. You happy? Oh yeah, I asked for extra chicken. I really wanted something carby today. Nice.
My school boss is mine.
What about that one? Ash?
37. So I just go in for 1 minute, and that just like, it's enough time for me to, that's funny. That's enough time for me to regain my calm and control my heart and feel chill. I shared with Joey some stories that I heard and just are hard to process.
Pick up the little monster. I'll get her. Okay. Say hi, Mama.
I'm sick of hearing cases of sexual assault and how
I love you.
bad it is. I love you, my baby. And all I want is for my little girls to stay safe and to other girls to stay safe. And I was very lucky to have my dad. He was very traumatized because my cousin, when I was maybe, I was a baby, and she was maybe, yeah, and she was maybe like a year or 2 years older than me, and she was 3 years old. She was raped by my aunt's boyfriend, and she bled to death and broke some ribs and died. So needless to say, that was very traumatic for him and to the whole family. And I was raised to know how to defend myself and to expect the worst. Not to expect the worst, but like, he didn't teach me to fear, actually, or to expect, like, just expect that it will happen. That's not what I meant. He taught me that it could happen, and that I know, and he wanted me to know what I could do if it happened. So, in other words, he gave me mental reps. If this happens, what do you do? My dad maybe took it a little bit too far, because he would, you know, I was walking to my house, or I would be walking somewhere, and he would just, like, out of the blue, like, grab me from the back and, you know, scare me to death, and I was supposed to kick and punch him and react violently, which I did. So he would praise me for that, and that was a training, right? That was a training. What do you do if they do this to you? What do they do if they do? Would you feel comfortable telling me? What do you think I would do? Okay. Would you tell Papa? Yes. Okay. So that was the whole training. Imagining and visualizing situations and knowing exactly what to do, so that maybe he didn't go this far, but I know that that's so that I didn't freeze, because truthfully, like, that's what has happened. I've heard many stories from friends, and I'm like, why didn't you do anything? And to me, that was very, very puzzling. Why didn't they do anything? But now that I am trauma informed, now that, you know, I know psychology, it is completely human and normal to freeze when, as I said earlier, when you don't know what to do, when you do not expect something, and your brain doesn't believe you can survive if you fight or run away. So the point is that he did protect me in that way, and like I said, I've been in many situations, and I defended myself, and I kept myself safe. But a lot of girls have not been as lucky as I was. So I cannot feel okay. I was crying just a bit with my husband. He was just, you know, being very reassuring, and I just cannot feel okay. Just not doing anything. Just not teaching girls. Yes, my love. Just knowing that that I can do something, and so I have to do something.
This is being in line.
Yeah. So my husband told me, my Joey told me, that it might be a good idea to just go to schools and speak about the process and what they can do, and martial arts, you know, because I think it's all about, like, knowing how to set boundaries, having the mental reps of this could happen, what do I do, and knowing exactly what to do, and feeling capable of doing it. So if I can get more girls into self-defense and knowing how to assert their boundaries, that would be amazing. I'd feel like I did some good in this world. So I'll definitely get into that.
Water. A little sip. Quick, okay? And then I sit. Okay? You do it again. I love you. Can you come here, Papa?
You want a banana?
You happy Papa came back home?
Is it okay if she has a...
Look at your braid. Like who?
Broomy.
Like Broomy? Oh. This couple of mornings I've been working really hard on how to fix the prompt, because I've noticed that I love the prompt that I use for journaling. I love it, but lately it's being a little bit more like too fact and spitting like not so exact scripts as I would like them. Like, for example, in one case, it gave like, I'm not your manager, I'm your partner, when I'm explicitly saying I want nonviolent communication and the Mimi method goes like this. Because at the end, sometimes when you're informing your boundaries, you're really not like making so much of an invitation, you're letting the other person know, okay, I respect what your decision, what you want to do. That's okay for you, it's not okay for me. So I'm going to honor my boundaries doing this or that, and you're welcome to join me, or I'm emotionally available under these circumstances. And that's how you honor your boundaries, but you kind of always leave it open to connection. Like, this is the wall, I'm not going to go there. But the problem with boundaries is that people think that the boundary is just saying no, that's it, I'm not going that way. And we forget to inform people, to let them know where we actually are available. So in order to make it more likely, or at least give other people a chance to connect with us in the way that we want connection, and we know that we don't want to go there, and we want to honor that, but also let the other person know, and I'm emotionally available here, and this is how I can connect. You're more than welcome to come over here, if that's okay with you, if that would also help you thrive. So we forget about that. And in this case, it was saying like, I'm not your manager, I'm your partner. I'm like, yo, that's not, how does that, that's like labeling, that's judging, that's just basically saying like, this is me managing you, and I'm not doing that. And maybe you can say, that for me feels this way. I don't want to get into those dynamics, and I'm happy to, like, the word partner, like, your idea of being a partner can be very, very different of my idea of being a partner. Not because I'm saying I'm your partner means that you're exactly going to understand what that means. So you have to state, like, I see our relationship of partnership more like so and so, like this behavior, specific behaviors, and that I'm happy to do. So you gotta let the other person know what connection looks like for you. So anyways, I've been working on fixing those little, like, please don't forget about that, like, how can we make sure that you remember this? So just know that AI is great, and it usually does a good job, but definitely, if like, it's just not an expert on that, or I don't know why it sometimes forgets those principles. So 90% of what it's giving, it's like really, really good. I'll try to find a way so that it doesn't forget, or so that like those little things don't happen. But an expert on the field would catch that. But trying our best with the tools that we have at the moment. It takes effort to know when I'm getting home and waiting for me outside just to say hi to me. Yep, so this is how we do it. My girls are in the tub, and I am just making some changes to... I'm just, working, standing here, because I just need to run real fast. So, yeah, I am working on the prompts for journaling and the score system, because I want people to realize how, like, wide there's so many emotional skill levels that you can have, and different, like, validation, boundaries, how to be aware of your needs, did you express them, there's so many different things that you can work on. So yeah, I want at the end of every journal entry, the huntrick stuff, at the end of every journal entry, people will get like points and become aware of how better they're getting at certain, like, emotional intelligence, or just their skills, right? So I want them to see how that's growing. That's the main point. And also, my frameworks are really good for conflict management, but there are situations where there's no more conflict management. It's just more about realizing, this is toxic for me. Like, I just cannot be here anymore. Like, this person is not going to work with me. So I needed to add some frameworks today on how to know when enough is enough and when to leave a relationship. So that was a little bit more complicated to add it in there, but I think that's gonna be really helpful for people that are still like trying so much, them doing the work of the relationship when maybe the right thing is to leave. So anyways, this is maybe a topic to talk about whenever it's not so loud in here, but I had to add all of that because my main goal is to be able to help people. Like the way I envision this is my girls growing up and being in a toxic relationship, and them not knowing when to leave, and them trying so hard to, like, with all the conflict management skills I'm teaching them, and they just don't know how to leave. So I just want my girls and all the girls that are listening to this to stay safe, to have a good relationship, to not stay in toxic relationships. Because I was in a toxic marriage, and I didn't think the marriage was the problem. I thought there was a problem with me. I didn't think I was people pleasing. I didn't think I was abandoning myself. I didn't think any of those things of myself. I saw myself as very strong, and in reality, I was just giving in because he was winning arguments. You see? So I want people to see those toxic dynamics. I was blind to them. And this, if you're not sure if this is a good relationship for you, if you should be fighting for this relationship, or what it would be a good relationship for you, then this is going to be the app that's going to save you. And that's going to help you little by little get out and find a only contribute and give to dynamics that are going to be good for you. So lots of work, lots of brain into this, but lots of back and forth, but we're doing it. Yay! Okay, I'm gonna go clean them up. I just had a very, very hard night as a parent. Baby Liv, she's almost 2, and she is like, she has a character. Like, she's a gangster. That's the only way that I can explain it. Like, she will she will yell at you, and she will cry very, very loudly. Now, I don't know exactly what happened today, because she's usually not this bad, but today she was like especially bad. Tonight, right now, and I don't know if because the routine was a little different. Anyways, like, she wouldn't just not stop, and then she was like carrying me, and I was carrying her, and I was trying to be there for her, and she just would still be crying. So I'm like, okay, it's getting late. I really need to get your sisters ready. Like, I'm sorry, I can't. I'm not going to be carrying you while I take care of your sisters. I love you. I'm gonna put you down. You're safe, right? So yeah, that got very, very bad. Really, really bad. Anyways, I lost my shit. I cried with her. And but the cool thing that I wanted to share about all of this is that I wasn't feeling great. I was just crying with her, like on the floor, and like she was just like, she got on top of me and she kept crying because I like don't know what to do. I don't know how to help her feel better, and I'm just like, I'm sensitive. I'm like, I did not know until I had Leora, my oldest. She has sensory differences. You know, she's a little bit more sensitive to things, and I knew that something was going on with her. And that's when I got into reading about sensory differences, and then I was like, holy I have sensory differences. Like, I'm delicate when it comes to noises. Like, I used to go to school with earplugs on, and I did not care. I was like, you guys are too loud. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm gonna wear my headphones, my earplugs, because I prefer to just stay calm. And of course, like, I was never a party girl, because I would go out and I would be stressed out. Like, I'm like, how can you guys enjoy this? Like, I'm stressed right now. So I'm like, yes, like, I would be scared of the toilet, because whenever you flush it, you know, it makes a sound, and I was scared of it. So I'm like, it makes a lot of sense. I'm sensory different. I'm very delicate to noises. So needless to say, I I learned about that. My oldest daughter is a little bit like that too. And then we got Liv, that's the youngest one, that's just like, I will scream because I know it annoys you. So I got that power, so I'm gonna go like non-stop. So that just like, yeah, it's my kryptonite. So I lost it, I collapsed. And I've been working a lot on, like, it's not easy to take me down, you know? And I've been working a lot on taking a knee, I'm safe, my deep breaths, and you know, I got practice with this stuff. But it was bad. It was really bad. And the cool thing about it was that, you know, I'm working on the name it to tame it, right? And I'm just like, my oldest, you know, she gets close to me, he's like, what is it, mama? And I'm like, I'm not feeling well, my head hurts, and I'm really feeling very, very overwhelmed. I don't know what to do. And she's like, water makes me feel better. Let me go get you some water. Sit down, mama, sit down. And she brings me water. And then Luna, the adorable thing, she's like, it's okay, mama. I'm here, mama. I'm here. And she hugs me. It's okay. So both of them were just the sweetest things. Anyways, that was a very bad experience, but neat, just because it's a funny mix of like, it feels wrong that my daughters are taking care of me, like they shouldn't take care of me, right? But at the same time, it's like, yeah, but I'm human and we're here to take care of each other. And in those situations, like, they're tiny little things, but they're learning that they're capable of also caring for other people. So I'm like, yeah, that's okay, and that felt nice. So I call that a very cool learning experience and a successful day, you know? Yay. So I'm also on the side working with one of my good friends from my other gym on this app that he had this crazy good idea. Because, you know, like, fighters, they have such a hard time like figuring out which is the next tournament or what's open, what's available, who can fight that's like within their weight. So we're not connected basically. And in order to get to know who else is like of our weight, you know, who can fight us, coaches need to reach out to other coaches. And sorry, I'm like I just came out of the cold plunge and I'm like having a hard time warming up, so I'm all comfy. And I'm also drinking my smoothie, so it's cold. Anyways, it's hard to find. It could be easier. It just could be easier. Like, why is it so complicated that coaches have to like text other coaches and, hey, do you have someone for this smoker and for this event? And it could be so much easier. So anyways, he had this great idea of the app and a way to connect people. And not only that, but look at like the lineage and who's being training with who, or who's this person from, this gym, who's there. Because I wasn't sure what gym, after I had the whole issue with my other gym, with the first gym that I was in here in San Diego. I was like, where do I go? And I didn't know where to go, and like who had people that were like, because I ended up in this gym with like amazing people. They're like so good, but like most of them are big dudes. So I'm like a tiny girl. There was like just like a couple of them, like other two guys that were more like, maybe three guys that were like more my size. So and no women. So that's why I had a hard time finding a place for me. If I was able to look into gyms and see like the people they had, and like this other gym is also amazing there I'm at right now, and it's packed with women. So it's better for me, right? The other gym like also is amazing. This one's just better for me, for my particular needs and size. So yeah, like if you, anyways, this app is going to help with that. Finding a gym, finding instructors, finding people that are available, finding times, finding fights, and connecting everybody. And also, like, it's going to give you tips as a fighter on your health, on your activity, and it's going to let you know who's ready to fight, who's not, you know. So it'll be amazing. I'm super excited. and that's what we're working on. And we're about to launch the soft launch, like, which is the basics. This app is going to be so much more, but for now let's start with the basics, and that's what it is. So I'm super excited. My job right now, it's like just to be an accountability partner. I'm just checking, asking questions, and giving him my perspective, which has been helpful so far, thankfully. And but my part is I'm going to shine in this project more when it's about connecting people and reaching out to people and getting everybody on board. And I've already been telling people like, hey, this app is happening, and they're like, what? That sounds amazing, because it does. So that's my job. Connecting people is my jam. Now let's go back to work and do some homework.
I cannot check the poop.
What happened?
I don't know. I think she just took off her diapers and the poop got on the floor.
Let me see.
Or she pooped on the floor, because I don't understand how it's clean.
On my shed. Go in the shower. Really? Oh, sorry. Okay. Even. We're even. Totally even. Let's go. Today I'm doing my makeup in the car, and I was going to eat in the car. I like got some like, you know, something. But I am going to have about like 15 minutes to eat at home, so better to eat chilled, because eating stress is something I have a hard time doing. So let's go!
It's coming.
To the gym!
To the gym!
To the gym! Someone decided to not go to work. And he's like, I don't want to. He was driving, right? What happened?
Well, I went to Verizon, and then from there I was going to go to the casino, but when it was time to go to the casino, I wasn't in the mood to go, so I came back.
So he's like, I want to spend some time. I mean, also, he says, and I believe it's true, I had a very bad time yesterday with the girls. I'm fine now. Like, today is fine. Totally. But, yeah. He's like, no, I want to be home and spend some time with our girls. Right? What's he doing? I still need to clean the house. But the girls just went to sleep. Like, it's a mess. But I have a few more emails to send to some developers, just a few, and then I'm just going over it with Claude, and then I'm gonna send them, and that's it. Well, clean the house. And that's it. Clean up and go to sleep. Where's parents meeting? So we're supposed to put little flowers here. We're super hungry. Just got out of the sparring session. Yeah, a mess. And we're gonna get some hamburgers! Yeah! I'm exhausted. I've been cleaning all day because today, since they don't go to jiu-jitsu Friday, there's no jiu-jitsu, then I clean. And, you know, it's all picked up. Now it's time to get them out of the bath and into the bed. Let's go. So Papa's a couch potato with Liv because someone woke up feeling sick. and she puked all over me. She puked all over the floor. She has a cough, so we know what it is.
It was
And,
Liv.
yeah, it was Liv. So yeah, I had to wake him up early because I'm like, help, help. And I'm taking care of him. Show me, Papa. All right. So that's our future house. I wanted to go to Best Buy because I want him to get a ring too, because it's been super useful for me. I feel so much better knowing when I'm good and what changes I need to do, and it's been helping me improve a lot my REM sleep. So yeah, I've been feeling way better. So I'm like, oh fuck, like my husband needs to have this. So that's why we are getting this. But apparently they open at 10, so we're a bit too early. So that's why we're like, okay, let's go to the home whatever. And then I saw that and I'm like, that's our home. So that's what I want to be looking at every morning. So we ended up buying that. The girls are about to go crazy. Yeah. Wow. Yummy. Is it yummy?
Yes.
No, the other one.
Too hard.
Okay.
Oh wow.
That was hard.
Wow. Stop. What you doing?
Está. Porque eres tão bruta, tu.
I'm getting choked over here. What the hell? Crossways. It was a week, and I want to share with you guys some of the sessions that I had with my clients. I'm not going to share the session, but some like cool info, psychoeducation, whatever you want to call it, that I think would be helpful for you. But I was just going this week. Like I didn't even really have a chance to, I feel like I had a lot of work. I didn't really have a chance to even like edit some of my videos. I usually post stories on Instagram, and I didn't even really do that. I just kind of like shared back what other people were sharing. I do want to share something that just happened with my girls, and it has a lot to do with how people seek connection and what usually triggers people. And it's just a really good example that I think a lot of you can use for your partners and your kids or whatnot. So my girl, hey, please, we're not seeking help. Let's get out of there. They're using my whistle for help. So anyways, as you can see, I'm doing laundry, and I'm putting things away. And my girl, Liv, she has been a little bit sensitive. So she's been asking for a lot of hugs and carry me, mama. And I've been there for her, and Joey has been there for her. And she was asking me to carry her while I'm like carrying the basket and carrying everything. And I'm just like, I just can't carry you, my love, right now. Like, I have to do this right now. You know, well, I'm choosing to do this right now. And other parents, I think, when it's very common, they would be like, no, I can't be doing this for you, like this anger response. And we can respond either in 3 different ways. We can turn towards our people. We can turn against, which is, whatever you're doing is wrong, like, stop doing that, this is not okay, whatever, fight them. Or we can turn away and just ignore them, or like whatever, dismiss them, brush them off. So in this case, I don't really, like, if I'm happy in that moment choosing, I actually carry her for a little bit until I wasn't happy anymore. Until I'm not willing to give anymore, and that's actually costing me more than I want to. And if I kept going, that's what usually builds resentment, and that blurs the boundaries, right? So that's just observing my limit. That's a boundary. I observe my limit and I'm like, I'm done. I'm really not happy anymore. But what usually happens is that people get like very triggered when they think, I can't do this. I can't give you what you want. As if that's my limit. I reached my limit. We feel not enough. Oh shoot, I reached my limit. I thought I had more in me. I thought I could give a lot more. And I cannot because I'm tired. I'm drained. right? So we do get triggered thinking that we're not enough, we're not good enough. And a big part of being assertive is just really accepting our limits. No, that stays over there, my princess. Accepting our limits, and that is my limit as a human being. I like really don't want to, because I really want to get this done, and I literally don't feel capable of carrying everything. So that's it. That's my limits. I won't. Now, validation. I can turn towards her and see that she really wants me to carry her, and she is going to get very, very disappointed. And rather than, okay, you have to deal with it yourself, she wants connection. I can totally see that you want connection, and I also have to do this, or really, really want to do this. So how can we find this middle ground? How can we both get what we want? Because what she wants, like some people would say, there's no win-win, because you can't carry her and do the things at the same time. But carrying her is just a strategy for the need. So a win-win, what she actually wants is connection, not for me to carry her. She wants for me to carry her, but that's a strategy that she wants to apply to fulfill her need. So there's probably other strategies to fulfill her need. And so I told her, I think I can hold your hand while I do this. I still don't have one hand. I could be more efficient. But I'm very, very happy holding your hand while I do this. I'm really happy. It doesn't really bother me that much. I'm willing. It's not taxing. I wouldn't build that resentment. So here, you have my hand, and you can take it. And she was like complaining for a little bit, like, yeah. But then she held my hand, and then she was giving me kisses, and I was happy, and she was really happy. So we found that middle ground. We found that happy to fulfill each other's needs, because I wanted to be there for her, and I wanted to keep on doing my, oh, careful, don't pull her hair, okay? So I think that was a very cool experience, like for me too, like not a cool experience, but like a good example for me to show you guys what it is to find win-win solutions. And you know, in difficult cases with like kids it's usually a lot more difficult than with partners. But anyways, cool story. Now regarding work, how are we making it? How are we making it to the big goal? So last week, the goal was to choose a developer, and that didn't happen because we were going back and forth and little misunderstandings of what I wanted to voice. And well, basically just one developer told me, you know, just one thing. You want this app to do a couple different things and just focus on one thing. So I'm like, okay, let's focus on the first part, which is journaling. So let's do that. And based on that, we kept on going back and forth. If it's voice, if it's a million different things. So that's why I couldn't really choose one. And now that I'm so close to like, okay, this is the perfect developer for what I'm trying to make, he's like, okay, wait for me until Monday so that I can give you a list of everything disclosed of how much this is going to cost. And he's within my budget and everything seems to work. So anyways, the point is, good that I wanted to do like the little tick mark, and that's not gonna happen. For this week, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna work on making the wireframe, totally. So this is how we kind of like organize ourselves. Anyways, so no, and that either, like I did my best to have like a skeleton of how this is going to look, but I don't have a wireframe set, just a little bit. So just like the beginning of it. So that's how we end the week. We ended basically not doing the check mark, but so close, and I feel like we're going in the right path. These girls won't love me because they want so much love. You want all the love, don't you? Yes? Yeah, they do. And you deserve all the love. They do. All right, where were we? So this week we had family over. We had a kid getting sick, and so we had a lot. I had a final in my essay, so definitely there was a lot going on. But I feel confident. We're going good. And just let me know if you know anything that I don't know, and put in the comments any questions that you might have or any topics that you'd like me to look into for next week, next vlog. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you know when the next vlog is coming up. And see you next week for the next hustle. We got this. We got this. We got this.